Okay, Cossack Crazies, back at it on a Monday, and let me do a couple of things here. Let me drop that down and get some of that echo out of my earballs. And do that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Welcome back. The Sioux Valley Coaches Show here on a Monday. Lots to talk about today. We've got a fun show. Summer Guthmiller is here, offers second state title, so we'll bring her up here in a couple minutes. We're going to be talking basketball as the boys basketball team gets into full swing postseason style starting tomorrow. And we've got a girls team that has advanced all the way to a SODAC 16. That is going to be Thursday night. That'll be in Chamberlain. Jamie Grant will be here to talk about that about 7:40. Plenty to talk about. Plenty of Cossack things going on. Before we move on to Summer Guthmiller coming on, we're going to thank Bankstar Financial. That's our exclusive presenter for everything that we do here on Saul's Media. Bankstar Financial, with locations in Volga, Brookings, and Elkton, provides big-time business with a small-town feel. Looking to finance a home? Need a car loan? How's your retirement plan looking? Stop in today to chat with the local professionals. Bank on the bright side. Bankstar Financial, a proud sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and these Saul's Media broadcasts. Just a busy weekend, busy week last week. I can't wait to talk some basketball with Jamie Granum. Bill Vincent's getting his team ready. They got a big matchup tomorrow. But first off, man, we got to bring on this very special student athlete here at Sioux Valley, Summer Guthmiller, fresh off of her second state title in a row. She's undefeated for her last two seasons. We're going to talk about all that here in a minute. If we can get Summer's attention, Summer Guthmiller, everybody. Let me just put those on right there. Summer, can you hear me over there?
Yes.
Yes, good. Hi, how are you?
Pretty good.
It's been a fun weekend for you.
It has, yeah.
That's good. You got to tell us all about it. So it starts on what, like a Wednesday last week-ish? When was your first match last week?
Yeah, we left on Wednesday, and then we stayed the night, and then we woke up on Thursday, went to weigh-ins, and I had my first match in the morning, like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know? And then I think it was, that day I had another match in the afternoon, and then we had to wrestle on Friday. And then we wrestled on Saturday. So
you make it sound so simple, but you're going against the best. This is a state tournament here in South Dakota, so you have to play the best to beat the best, and it sounds like you did. You had some tough matches at the same time, right? I mean, I was doing a lot of reading through 605 Sports. My family had me in hospitals all weekend, so I didn't get to watch anything, unfortunately, so you just kind of have to tell us the story here. Just go match number 1 on Thursday and just kind of walk us through what you were dealing with out there.
Well, okay, so, I woke up. Went to weigh-ins, we got some food, went back to the Denny, and then, first match, I had Alyssa McCracken.
Okay.
She's actually a family friend of mine, which kind of sucked because I was like, oh, you're joking, because you never want to go against your friends.
Alyssa is from where?
Canton.
Okay.
Yep. So I had to go against her first. I love her, by the way. She's, awesome. But
well, hopefully she's watching, or she can watch the recording of this, or, whatever she needs to do.
Yeah. I just went out there. First thing I heard from one of my coaches, Peyton, he was like, I want to see, some ankle picks and I think a double leg, And just went out, did that, and I pinned her.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, Alyssa.
No. That was the first match, and then waited all day, waited for my second match. That's the quarterfinals, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have the bracket up here in case you were,
What
if
did
you
I
need
do?
to get yourself back to home. There it is right there.
Yeah, so
you're right on the top there, Alyssa, and then there was Amelia Hendrickson.
Yeah, I had no.
Sioux Falls Lincoln. Is that
I
what that
never.
is?
Yeah. That's the person I had later that day.
Okay.
Pinned her a 340. I'm learning this stuff too.
She makes it sound so simple. Pinned her, no problem.
No.
So that makes you move on then. Katie Snyder, Hot Springs, is that what that is?
Yeah. I think so.
Tell me about Katie and how you had to do what you do there.
What did I do during that match? Sorry, I'm trying to remember too. I blast doubled that one.
Okay.
So, to start off the match, good hand fight, and then just found a good shot, blast doubled her, and right to the back, and then pinned her.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was
And then
to be honest, I was kind of going into the tournament trying to make sure I didn't get out of the second period, because it's like most of the time throughout the season I would make sure to try to get my stats up.
Okay.
So I'd always like take them down and then kind of like let them back up.
Yeah.
And then
I saw that a couple times in the two that were here that I saw at Sioux Valley.
Yeah, so throughout the season it's like to get some good practice in throughout the tournaments and to make sure that my technique is still good. I'll make sure to like make the matches a little bit longer, so I'll be able to get my practice in. But for state, that's when you just got to like turn it on. You're like, there's no letting them up.
Practice is over, right?
Yeah, practice is over for sure. And that's when I'm just like, I take them down, I'm going to pin them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which that sounds like very harsh, but it's just like.
But that's your competitive nature, though.
Yeah,
That's your
just for state, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I just went in and I'm like, just get it done as soon as I can.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So that gets us through Katie Snyder. Then we go all the way to the championship after that, right?
Yes.
That's the next one. This is.
Yep. So that was on Saturday.
Bella Morteo out of what is that? Rapid City
Stevens.
Stevens.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's actually an interesting one because she was the number 3 seed. So I was actually expecting to wrestle Abigail Lewis right here.
Oh, yeah, out of Pier. Okay.
Yeah. It's actually a crazy story because she is a 2-time state champion, actually.
Okay.
So
at this same weight class, or was she in
Yes.
different weight classes when she was doing that?
No, she's same weight
At
class.
155. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Okay.
So weird because it's like she actually was 40-1 going into this tournament, and I was her only loss.
Okay.
So she hasn't lost to anybody else all season.
Right.
And those two actually went into double overtime.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, they went into double overtime, and she lost to her by 1 point in double overtime. It was a crazy match, but I couldn't watch it because I was wrestling my semifinals against Katie.
I was just going to ask you if you get a chance to see.
No, I didn't get to see
what's coming at you.
No, because right after my match, they like brought me into the sign-ins for the finals matches, where they have you sign up this entire sheet of like your future plans, what place you got throughout the years, extra info.
Wow.
Funny story, actually.
I love funny stories. Vanna, we love these.
No, as I'm like warming up to get ready for my match to get into the finals, my dad came up to me. He like tapped me on the shoulder and he was like, "By the way, me and Mom, we got everything figured out for you. They already signed my finals sheet, which is you can only sign it if you win. But they already like signed out the whole thing because it's such a long process. Like you have to like figure out your record, you have to figure out like your future plans, and they already filled everything out for me. They're like, "Yeah, we got everything ready for you." I'm like, I didn't even wrestle yet.
Yeah, just go do your job. That's all you got to do. Yeah.
No, and they just like already filled everything out. They're like, "You're gonna win." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, that's nice.
Well, thanks, guys.
Good confidence builder right there.
I was like, "Okay, I'll just."
Yeah.
Which I did, but you know.
Okay. Yeah, we get into Bella Morteo then, and what did you see? This is the championship match. This is Saturday. All the lights are on. Tell me about Morteo.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I really was kind of just focused in on myself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I never ever look at brackets. I never look at my opponent. I never really look at much of that stuff.
Okay.
I really didn't know her that well because it's like I was expecting to wrestle Abby, but I kind of just like had no clue who I was wrestling. I just kind of thought like, who am I gonna wrestle, or how am I gonna wrestle? You know?
Yeah, you're taking care of yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I made
you're taking care of your body, and whoever shows up on the mat is whoever shows up on the mat.
Exactly. So I just put on some headphones, locked in, you know. Made sure to get really good warm up with Peyton, and and I just jumped around for like 30 minutes. It took a bit, but watching all the other finals matches was really cool too, and it's kind of nice to be able to like see those like tough matches beforehand to make sure you got yourself in check.
Yeah.
And then I just got on the mat. They were announcing everything. Next thing I know, I'm on the line, and then they said go, and from there I just remember to be super duper aggressive with what I'm doing, moving my hands really well, changing level, just reminding myself everything that I've always done.
Yeah.
And she came in really, really aggressive, which I noticed right away. And usually with a lot of those girls, they like to throw, you know.
Okay.
And when they get in, they like really tense up. So it was really hard to move her because she was very tight. So I made sure to make a lot of space for her, and then I just waited for that moment where I could just drop levels and get in a blast double. So, and after that, it's lights out. So.
Yeah, it seems like once you get on the mat with someone else, it's you just have an advantage there. Do you feel like that at the same time?
I think so. I think definitely I try to remember don't match the level.
Okay.
Like wrestle my pace, not theirs.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like I definitely come in really intense, but I think a few years ago I would always last year I would always match their level. Like they would wrestle a little bit slower, so I would kind of like match their pace.
Okay.
This year I've just been going at my pace, you know. It's like you catch up to me, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I just went in super aggressive, wrestled as fast as I could, as well as I could, and yeah, next thing I knew I pinned her.
It was a pin, right? So
Yeah.
you pin all of your opponents in the state tournament?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yep.
there's something else there.
I kind of made it a goal of mine to not make it to the second period, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to pin everybody first period.
So you get her in pin position. The referee gets down the whistle, the mat.
Yeah.
Tell me about that moment right there, knowing that you would just become back-to-back state champs.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. No, usually when I'm wrestling, I have like nothing going on in my head.
Right.
You know, like there's no thoughts or like anything, just pinning, doing what I know, you know. But for that one little moment of when I had her on my back, or when I had her on her back, I could just like see both shoulder blades go to the mat, and I just like knew it was gonna happen. I was like, okay. That was a lot faster than I thought. I was like thinking this. I was like,
Yeah.
oh well, is it gonna be a pin? And I was just like staring at it,
Okay.
staring at the mat. But yeah, it was a crazy moment for sure.
It's a cool video, and I don't know if that was your mom or dad that took the video of you getting the pin.
Mm-hmm.
But then you do a little celebration out there at the same time.
Yeah,
So there's guns up and everything out there. Is this normal for you?
No, I never ever celebrate. Like last year, I just kind of like with Kesri, I like went to the second period, and next thing I know, I just won state, and it was the craziest thing. And I was just so shocked I didn't do anything. I was just like, like I was expected to win it, but at the same time, it was just my first state title, so I was just like new to it all. So I just like looked at everybody around me. It felt like a fever dream, you know, like seeing like your teammates, your past teammates, your old opponents, you know, all just congratulating you throughout the line, and it's the craziest thing. It just felt like a fever dream.
Yeah, you go over and kind of tackle your coaches. We see that quite a bit with winners, which is cool. It's got to be a great moment for you, something you'll remember forever. All the photos with the family, we kind of saw those. They're all on Facebook and everything else. It's just a great moment for you.
Yeah, it was definitely insane, but I kind of like throughout the entire weekend thought it was like a video game. You know, I just felt like, you know, I'd go back to the lobby in the hotel, and that would be like the waiting area, and then you'd go back into battle, and, you know,
right,
go into the wrestling, spam your moves, spam the moves in the warm-ups, fuel up, get your food, get water, yeah, and just talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like just everybody I knew was there, you know, like my grandparents, my old teammates, my old opponents, my closest friends, my teammates, like just everybody, my whole little group. It was just
your support crew.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like everyone was there. It's like people I haven't seen in years were there, and it's like they all just came out to support me, and that's just like the coolest feeling, you know.
Yeah. Vanna got there on Saturday.
Yeah, and Savannah was even there. I didn't know she was coming at all. It's like
that's fantastic.
It was awesome.
Well, they gave you a medal somewhere. Is that still in your hands?
Yes.
Yeah, in your pocket there. You can show that off a little bit. That's fantastic. There's your medal, state championship medal. What's it say on the back there?
It says 2026 Girls Wrestling 155 first place.
There you go. Well.
Yep, and then it has the little South Dakota Association activity.
Yeah, SDHSAA.
Yeah.
Their logo.
It's like that.
But it's gold.
Yeah, but it is gold, yes. No, I have a little family of them in my room.
That's cool. That's really awesome. Undefeated last year, state champion. Undefeated this year, state champion. What's next on the docket here? Is it just go back to class for a while? Do you take some time off? You go right back into working out? What are we doing?
Actually, yeah, we are definitely going right back to work. Next week I have my BWA practices starting back up. I'm probably going to be in the weight room again. Next thing I'm thinking of is national stuff.
Okay.
My national wrestling. I think I have P&L camp. It's a kind of a national thing in 3 weeks. So I have to lose a bit of weight for that too, which I'm not too fond of, but at the same time it's like it's not that bad.
But you know how to do it. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, I'm gonna probably get back to work because it's like I just don't feel comfortable having days off.
Yeah.
It's like terrible of me, I know. I'm like a workaholic. It's kind of bad.
The national stuff then, when would that be then? How long do you have to train or get ready for that?
That's a great question.
Vanna,
You probably know this stuff.
when's the national stuff? How long do we have now? 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks to P&L camp. Yep. 3 months till Fargo.
Okay.
So it's about another season. So now feel like I'm in season, so
Yeah.
probably got to start tomorrow.
Your nationals is all the way up to Fargo.
Yes, Fargo's the goal.
You went there last year too, right? I think there were some videos of you from Fargo somewhere.
I did go to Fargo, but I didn't compete.
Okay.
Since I was still recovering from my torn labrum.
Oh, yeah.
It's because right after state I had to get surgery for that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to compete there, sadly. But I did still get to go and experience it with the team, and that was amazing. Even though I didn't get to wrestle at like the atmosphere was just insane, and I'm so hyped for this year.
You get the lay of the land, right?
Exactly.
You know where to go, you know where the hotels are, where the best restaurants are now, and then
Yep.
you won't be freaked out by the lights when you walk in the building, so that'll be cool.
And I'm pretty excited to see how I do there, you know, just because I've been feeling pretty good this year, but kind of want to see what I've got against the best of the best.
And you're healthy right now, right?
Yes.
There's no shoulder things, ankles, knees, anything?
I mean, I did do a little something to my knee like 2 weeks before state. It's kind of messed up, but I think I'm fine now. Yeah.
Just regular wear and tear. So.
Yeah, ready to go.
Well, congratulations once again, Summer.
Thank you.
Fantastic weekend for you. Unbelievable. Just incredible. You're undefeated in 2 years in a row. She's got stats over there. You're like 18th at your weight class. That's
yes. Yep.
National rank, 18th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Vanna had to remind you of that. You didn't know that.
I actually didn't know that. I thought I was like 24th. I didn't know I was 18th.
Okay. Well, we're 18th now.
I guess I'm 18th now.
Are we staying at 155 then? Is that kind of the plan, or do you want to?
I
What do you want to do?
for the summer I'll probably cut down a little bit. You know, those 155 girls are pretty scary, to be honest.
You're pretty scary at 155. That's what they say about you.
Oh gosh, no. I might cut down a little bit. You know, just make sure I'm pretty lean and feel my best though.
Yeah.
I think bumping up was probably one of the best decisions for me though, especially for this year, because you don't really think of wrestlers like gaining weight, but at the same time I felt probably really, really competitive and strong at 155.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Worked out pretty well for you.
It did.
You pinned the state tournament, so yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Still have a nice medal out of that. I'll let you take that with you when you go there. That's fantastic. Congrats once again, Summer.
Thank you.
Get back to work. Vanna, always a pleasure. You could have been on a microphone. You sure could have. She's fantastic on a microphone. She was.
I know. She's actually crazy good.
The
Yep.
Sodex 16 matchup last spring. She was on the microphone after. Didn't you hit a dinger to do stuff?
I think
to tie it.
I think this is your hint to get back on here.
Oh, she keeps saying no.
No, it was an insane weekend, and not just like with the wrestling wise, but just the experience wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and one of my teammates woke up at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and we were both like dying because I was actually really, really sick before I came to state.
Oh.
I had to skip school. I had to go home from school because I was coughing so much. It's terrible. And then City just like ate something really, really bad, so we woke up at 2 a.m. We woke up at 2 a.m. and we went to knock on our coach's door for like 5 minutes straight. It wasn't our coach's door.
Oh, fantastic. There you
at
go.
like 2 a.m. in the morning. Then we found him, and he woke up, and we all went downstairs to go to the bus to get some water because he didn't have any water.
Right.
And we made him go outside, though, because we were going to be cold.
Yeah.
And he came back with frozen water. It was terrible.
Didn't work out at all.
And there was another moment where, should I say this?
It's up to you.
This guy started our hotel room on fire. It was insane. No, that was the second day. We got a new room though, but she started her mac and cheese on fire. She opened the microwave, and there was a huge cloud of like black smoke that came out, smoked out our entire room. But our room was kind of bad anyway, so we actually like moved into another room, and it had a bathtub and 2 TVs, and it was way bigger. So kind of all worked out.
It worked out well. You just had to light the place on fire, and then that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Something to know for the next time you go down to a state tournament. Next year is probably, Rapid City then?
Yes, it's going to be in Rapid the next few years, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
So that'll be kind of nice. Rapid does a really good job of, like, running the whole tournament, with the spotlights and stuff.
It's just fun to make trips to Rapid City.
Yes,
I love going out there to visit. I don't know if I could ever live out there because it is 6 hours from anywhere, but it's fantastic to visit out there.
No, it runs a really good state tournament too.
Yeah.
So I'll be very excited to have my senior year there.
Well, congrats on another championship. I'll let you go.
All right.
That's amazing. Just you pinned the state tournament, so
thank you.
Something you can hang your hat on.
I guess so. Yeah.
That'll do it. Summer.
All right, perfect.
Thanks for the visit.
Yeah, thank you.
You can watch all this right on Saul's Media. We're going to bring up the head coach here, Bill Vincent. He's going to talk a little boys basketball with us. Yeah, you can have that too. Thanks, Summer.
Thank you.
Congrats once again. Summer Guthmiller, everybody. Just willing it to happen. Just willing the applause to happen now, Bill. That's how we're doing it. Before we get too much into basketball talk, I got to thank some sponsors here. You okay with that?
Go for it.
CC's Bar and Grill is our host here on Monday nights. The $6.50 cheeseburger, that's his special on Monday nights. I think he did well with his Burger Clash, the loaded prime rib burger. That was the Burger Clash entrant. I think he did pretty well with that.
Yeah, I haven't heard any results on how that went. But
it was fantastic. He made one of those for the show. I took it to work with me. So
outstanding. And just saw a lot of, local restaurants around the area that were competing in that. So a neat event.
It is. Bell Brands, my regular employer, also a sponsor of everything we do here. GP Auto, Precision Risk Management, Health Source Chiropractic. Justin and Luke, man, our Health Source halftime show. I'll just start with you, Mr. Bill Vincent. It is season number 2. Firing up for you tomorrow night. We've got the dual Cardinals coming to town. How's preparations going?
Yeah, it's been great. We had a somewhat of a long break. A lot of teams were in that boat though, and we wouldn't trade it for anything. We got to get back to some basics. We got to mix things up a little bit, and we just covered a wide range of things. We were in a wait mode, though, because Great Plains Lutheran had to finish the season with Sisseton.
Oh, yeah, right.
And Sisseton won that game,
okay,
forcing Great Plains Lutheran and Dual to be tied for seed points. Some of the tiebreaker procedures are head-to-head competition. The two teams didn't play each other.
Okay.
Overall record. They both had the same overall record and win percentage.
All right.
Record against common opponents. That was the same. Went down to both teams were 2-7 against common opponents.
Okay.
So it came down to a coin flip or a draw or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know necessarily who won or lost that. I know that we host Dual tomorrow night in the end.
Whatever happened
in
with
the end of it. Which is fine. Common opponents, Lake Central Conference opponents, so we'll know each other very well. They beat us in Volga a year ago. We won up there this year.
Yeah.
They have, a nice lineup. Plus, they have Mayland back in that mix as well. It was a game up there that we played. We came out really, really hot and motivated and got a great start to the game. After that, it was a pretty even game. I think at one point we were up 28-8, and then it just kind of stayed there the rest of the game. Right around a 20-point win.
Yeah, you got up early, nice lead at the end of the first, big lead at halftime. You just stayed right there. It was 69-40 is how it finished, so almost a 30-point win. I think Carter Sapp had 19 that night. He had a big first quarter, starting to getting – you just mentioned he got out to a hot start. Carter Sapp was the reason for that.
Yeah, he was a reason for that. The ball was moving and spinning. Everyone came out just kind of on fire is what happened. And then Dual settled in, and it was a good game from that point on. So we expect more of the same again tomorrow night in terms of the competition level that it was that second, third, and fourth quarter.
Yeah.
We've been working hard to have ourselves ready to go. We know it's postseason basketball, so you got to be a little more thick-skinned, a little more tough. You got to play through contact a little bit more, stick your pivot feet, be set on your screens. All those small fundamental things come back. So we're going to have to do well on the glass, and Dual's a big, long team with Finnison inside, the Winter brothers, so they have the size inside to match up with our size. Not like the Garrettson game where it was a bunch of under 6-footers racing around and we had to cover the perimeter so well.
Right.
And then Dual has a nice mix of guards as well. So, on paper, just an equal matchup, but we hope we can do more of the same that we did in that first quarter up there in Clear Lake that night.
It seemed like Dual tried to be physical with you guys as well, and we're going to see that tomorrow because that's what postseason basketball is. We just saw that with the girls twice.
Yep, and that's the way it should be.
The physicality is going to go up. It seems like that's the way they want to play, is try to be right in your face. It's going to be pushing around in the paint, and they're not going to get all those calls.
Yeah, they know that
up in Clear Lake.
They know the style that they have to play to have success, and they're good at playing that way, and they've played that way for years. And they're going to put a lot of athletes on the court. So that's a Dual team that beat us in football this year. Right. They beat us in cross country, track and field last year. So it tells you all the athleticism that's going to be out there on the court. And at the same time, we love our athletes and our players as well. So should be a lot of athletes on the floor.
Yeah, and two fantastic moments for you to come down at the end of the season. It's a win over DeSmit. That was down at the Pentagon. They were number one in the state at that time.
Correct.
About 8 days later, you go up to Castlewood. They were number one in the state. Both Class B schools, but those are both state champs in very recent memory in Class B. Come up with two great wins doing that. And I think does that show you of what the team can be if they really put their minds to it and get after it like we've seen them do?
Absolutely. Anytime you're playing in the Lake Central Conference, that it's going to be a battle. Yeah. And then you have the history, the rich traditions of the schools that make up this geographically located, fairly equal enrollment numbers across the board when you go through those teams that are there, even though some of us cross lines into B and A. Right. Yeah, it's still fairly equal layout there, and you're going to go against Clark-Will Lake, who just before COVID won the state B title. They've been to some A's. They were in last year's state A tournament. Yep. You got Hamlin, who has won one and been runner-up in recent time. Ourselves, who's made 2 trips and been in 5 of the last 6 state tournaments. Yep. Castlewood, who won last year's. Yeah.
DeSmit had 4 in a row before Castlewood.
DeSmit had 4 in a row. Maybe would have been 5 if they would have played out the COVID one. Yeah. They were runner-up to Clark in one of those as well. Right. Well, in fact, they had overtime with Castlewood a year ago before Castlewood went on to win that state championship. Yep. So any time that you're playing someone out of the Lake Central Conference, you got to show up and play. Yeah. And that's who we just happened to draw to open up postseason, a Lake Central Conference opponent in the Dual Cardinals.
We'll do it at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, right at the Consac Center. Come out. There is still a chance that you'll have another home game, but with the west of the bracket, most likely Hamlin takes out. We can look up there.
Yeah, both Dual and Sioux Valley, whoever wins that game, is anticipating a trip to Hamlin. Yeah. I think Hamlin gets to open up with, is it Florence Henry?
Bring that up
in their postseason opener, the 2 seed versus the 7 there.
The Falcons going to Hamlin tomorrow night. You guys bring Dual. It's Hamlin's the 2-7 matchup, so we're expecting Hamlin to win. They're just so talented. I'm expecting them to win. I'm expecting you guys to win.
Yeah, it's postseason. Anything can happen. You got to be ready to go. Right. Hamlin, a clear-cut favorite there. Dual will bring energy and excitement and make us earn everything about it, and we're mentally prepared for that as well as we need to be. But, yeah, once you get away from that 1 seed that gets a bye, 2-7, then things get interesting. 3-6, 4-5. Those are all teams that are going to be between 8 and 14 wins. Right. So all of a sudden it's tight. This is a Dual team that went overtime with Castlewood before losing by 8. Yeah. we're excited about it. It's at home. We hope the Cossack Crazies are excited. They will be. We have 6 seniors. It'll be their last time. I know we celebrate them in the last regular season game, but this will truly be their last time out on the Cossack Center floor. So we'll have all that. It's going to be a whiteout for our fans. I think the student body might be doing something a little different, but it's going to be a whiteout for our fans. Bring the energy. Support our team. We hope we feel like it's on our shoulders to get the week started. The girls will be at the SODAC 16 on Thursday, and then we'll have the second round of regional play for those teams that advance. That will be on Friday. So very quickly, then the Class A SODAC 16 will be next Tuesday, and then you're already into state tournaments that Thursday. So 1 week from this Thursday will be state A tournaments happening for girls basketball. So that's how fast the basketball season unfolds.
It's a fun time of year. March Madness has always been. We do it our way at the high school level. March Madness at the collegiate level about to kick off. We mentioned Hamlin and Florence Henry duels coming here tomorrow night. On the other side of the bracket, it's Elkton Lake Benton. They got the 4 seed. Great Plains Lutheran gets a 5 winner. That goes to Clark Willow Lake, and that matchup is on Friday night. Yeah,
I have a good feeling about Elkton in that one. Yeah, I've seen films on all those. Elkton has been very capable this year. There's times
they got athletes, man.
Yep, there's times that they're right there with the best in the state, and then there's times you look at a score and you're a little surprised, and that's just basketball. That's you look up and down Sioux Valley's schedule kind of that same way. There's one of those for everybody. So I don't know, on paper, that to me, the film and stuff that I've seen, that looks like Elkton will be taking a trip to Clark Willow Lake in that second round.
I expect it as well. I mean, we'll talk about it as we roll through the game tomorrow night, just keeping everyone updated on what's going on out there. It's going to be Brock Christofferson on a mic again.
Nice.
Tomorrow. He sent me that text today.
He does a great job.
He wants to go to Chamberlain. I was like, wait till I have some information. I can't give you a confirmation on that. But Brock will be on. We'll have Jordan Reese, running kind of all the behind-the-scenes stuff that we do as well.
We can't thank you guys enough. What a great crew when you got them all going and with you. And you got to love when someone like Brock does that, gives back to the program. Yeah. Or Jordan Reese finds an avenue that he loves and contributes to the program as well. What you started and then the way that you're involving other Cossacks in it is just really cool and special. We enjoy it. We want to keep that rolling, and we'll extend these as many trips as we can get for you here on your postseason run.
I sent the email off to Chamberlain today, their athletic director. When we went to Chamberlain last time, we played in the Armory. We were downtown.
New facility now.
They've got a new gym. They've got a kind of a new high school, or at least an addition to the high school, but a brand new gym out there. We're going to be in the high school complex. I don't know where it goes. I don't know if they got a press box. I don't know where we're going to be at. Hopefully
they
she
do.
Sends me back an email here soon.
It's a great facility, and it's going to be a great place for the girls to get to play. And like I say, I hope tomorrow night that the Cossack Crazies come out and we'll get things started the right way for this week.
We'll do it. I think that's all I got for you, unless you want to brag up your daughter a little bit.
We appreciate it.
Tally's playing fantastic, man. Now she's a Dakota State commit as well.
That's
going to be exciting for you as well.
Yeah, that's exciting. Just that entire girls team really has things rolling, and that's good. It's fun. That's what's nice about the way it lays out and how we have a week to sit back and get prepared. You get to go to those games. Our kids get to go to them, and they don't have to be preparing for our next game, so to say, and they really get a feel for it. And that's why the programs feed off of one another. Mm-hmm. So much, because the more you can be around that success and feel it, then that gives back to your program, and your kids want to go out and duplicate things or have that same success, and the momentum just grows from the followers that way, and it's just really special. I'm sure Thursday will be a big one for you, Salzy. It's going to be 5:30 game, so it makes it really difficult for people to get there. If you're Rapid City, that's a 4:30 game. Right. Most people are just still at work. So people will need something to tune into to be able to watch and listen. So,
they can
that will be
right
good.
Here. I'll be in the gym somewhere. I don't know where. Hopefully It's like the same thing we always be doing. I told her in the emails, like, we're used to being at the top of the bleachers with the
Yes.
Cossacks. That's not a problem. Just give me power and some space.
Now,
and
if I
maybe
remember
some
right,
Wi-Fi.
there's a game after Sioux Valley's. Who plays after us?
That is a good question. I was trying to think of that. Now I can't
Because,
think of it.
I mean, so that's always a good thing too. So you have the draw for the crowd from 4 schools, not 2, like you would have tomorrow night.
And that's kind of what we saw with your trip to
Yes.
Chamberlain. Is you were the first game up, and there was
it
2
was
schools
electric.
that are chomping at the bit to get on the floor, and we made an electric
That
environment the way it was.
That environment was just crazy that night. It was special, a fun team. You just gotta you got to take it all in and understand you're on a special run when you get into those moments, and that's the way Thursday will be for our girls.
Girls play at 5:30 against St. Thomas More. The second half of that doubleheader in Chamberlain, West Central and Mobridge Pollock.
Yes.
Should be a
That's a
fantastic
Mobridge
game as well.
Pollock team
we'll probably
that
listen
Sioux Valley
to that
knows
on the way
well.
home.
Yes. Yeah, no, Sioux Valley knows that Mobridge Pollock team well. They met
That was the Consolation Championship last
Consolation Championship
We've
and,
seen them in
and met
Madison.
this year. So
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a good Tigers team.
that is, and West Central's always in the mix. Well-coached program, used to winning, used to their success. That'll just be a great game.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'll let you go.
Good stuff. We'll
Thanks
see you
as
tomorrow
always.
night. We can't wait. Get there early.
Yeah.
Be excited.
We've got
and
towels too, right? Are we? Are we
it's
doing
whiteout.
like
Yep,
rally
part of the whiteout
towels or
rally
whatever?
towels,
Yeah.
and I think it's the gold rally towels here Thursday for the girls game.
Fantastic.
I think it's a blue out on Thursday. It's a whiteout tomorrow. So yeah, everyone's
Okay.
kind of Cossack Nation's kind of got everything in line. Shout out to Summer one more time.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Her work ethic and the success story that she's doing at Sioux Valley, and Owen Vanderweerd. Well, third place
Oh,
finish
yeah.
on that boys' side is outstanding as well. So shout out to those 2 wrestlers, and again, it just winter sports and the success helps each other's program out.
Let me go through the names that are on this. Summer Guthmiller goes the 155 state champion. Owen Vanderweerd at 285, third place. Kyson Sundberg at 106. He was 8th place as well.
Yeah, junior
And
high
then-
student. He's a competitor, Salzy, and he'll get his chance as well. He'll come home with a gold medal someday from one of those wrestling state tournaments. I hope that I see him back on the cross-country course someday because he was a natural at cross-country as well. He just competes. He's a competitor.
Yeah.
He'd be good at whatever he chooses to do.
And then it was Sky Guthmiller at 140 pounds. She was 8th place as well as a youngster.
As a
herself.
youngster as well. She's going to follow in sister's footsteps. So that's exciting. And like I say, it's just when you have success around you, success walking through the hallways at your school, that just breeds more. And we love it that way. And that's Cossack Nation for you.
All right, Coach.
All
We'll
right.
see you tomorrow
Thank
night.
you.
Good luck tomorrow
Yep.
night. I'll take the mic so we don't walk off of those. We're going to bring up Jamie Granham, the head coach of the girls' side, getting us ready for a Sodac 16 on Thursday night. Bringing up Jamie Granham, we're going to thank Advantage Land Company. We're going to thank Craft Chop House and Lounge. Shorty's Burgers and Brew, that's Kim's new spot. Her new place will be up on 6th Street here hopefully this spring. Subway of Volga, a player of the game sponsor on the boys' side. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, our player of the game on the girls' side. You can see some of those sponsors rolling through the corner of the screen there. Yeah, the cord. You can just kind of set that up so you're not sitting on it.
Sounds good.
Back Alley Meats, a fantastic butcher shop right here in downtown Volga. Sorry. Get over there and get everything you need. We'll go through the rest of these after a conversation here with Jamie Granham. How are you, my man?
Good. How are you? You've had an adventurous couple of days, too.
It's been a long weekend.
So, thinking about you and your family.
Watching your
what they're going
parents,
through.
watching your parents get old right in front of you is rough, and that was my whole weekend. So
makes you cherish though when you still have your parents around.
it does.
And
It does,
you know,
but it
so-
also makes me think about you guys and trying to get back to this and cherish these moments as well. I can't wait to be on the microphone for Bill Vincent's game tomorrow.
Yep.
I can't wait to make the trip to Chamberlain.
Yep.
Because
Life moves, man. Life moves,
life
and
moves.
it. You know,
Watching-
everybody's going through. You know, it makes you really have a perspective that we even talked to. You know, everybody's going through a storm.
Yeah.
You know, and you just, you know, a little bit of grace here and there and stuff like that. But everybody's also got a job to do. So, you know, whether that's coaching a basketball team or bringing it back home to Volga that you do, you know, get into people's living rooms and stuff like that. So
Calling
that's
it
cool.
or practice or you know shooting extra hoops
Yep.
at the end of practice. Yeah, we all have jobs too. But
For sure.
Watching them my parents get old, and it's
for sure.
tough to say it like that, but that's what's happening.
Yeah.
It just makes me appreciate this stuff some more. I'm so lucky that I get to do these things, and I got two fantastic basketball teams to go through March Madness with. It made me want to get back to this more. Once we, got out of the hospital, my mom's still down there, but once we got done and out of the hospital yesterday, my mind just kind of switched now that she's successfully through surgery, and she's on a long road to recovery, but we have her stabilized, and Friday night we did not.
I'm glad.
So I mean, you progress through the weekend, and
I'm glad.
I'm ready to get back to
so.
whatever we're gonna do, man.
March Madness, I guess. March Madness.
Fantastic trip lined up for Thursday night with you guys. 5:30 start in Chamberlain. St. Thomas More is the opponent. I know you've been watching film on those guys. I know what our team brings. What do we know about St. Thomas More at the moment?
I would start out just really, really well coached.
Okay.
I don't know how many titles he has out there. He's had a lot of talent and a lot of winning, and they will be the most prepared team that we have faced all year. I'm pretty confident in saying that. That they're not going to leave a stone unturned or an action or anything that we do or try to do. They're not going to know it. They're going to know our kids' strengths and weaknesses, and they're going to be really prepared. So, and so are we. So that's not to downplay any of that. We can be prepared as much as we want as coaches, and then it's how much information and what information is relative, pertinent to the game, and then what can your kids remember, act, and all of those things that play into preparation. I think all of us, Bill's one of the best prepared coaches in the state, and that information is only as good as what you can give to the kids, and then how much is too much, how much we talk all the time, it's the Goldilocks thing, too hot, too cold, just right. And we do that with a lot of different things, just at the level we're coaching and the level they're playing at. There is a lot of that stuff, and about too much information, not enough information, what can change the outcome of the game. So I would start there with STM, that their preparation is going to be really, really high. And then they've got a couple of nice post players.
Okay.
They play 9 girls. They play a 7th grader off the bench that can really shoot it. They're just a real balanced team. Like you look at a team and you're probably going through, and at this time of year, I don't know if there's a lot of teams left that there's a player that doesn't have to be guarded.
Oh, right.
And so you kind of look at that like, hey, can we cheat off a girl and try to put help somewhere else? No, we're gonna have to guard, and it's just gonna be a good basketball game. They've got some talent, some athleticism. I would say they're maybe missing a maybe the marquee player, but they're real balanced. They have a different leading scorer against they played Clark Willow Lake earlier in the year, and all 5 of their starters hit a 3. So I mean, there's just different things there that you look at that they're capable. Are they capable? Is there one player in that team capable of putting them on their back and just carrying them? Probably not. But they play well together. They're very disciplined. They run their system in sets, and defensively they cause a lot of headaches with their pressure and aggressiveness, and we're going to face arm bars. All of this stuff that we know, and our kids know, and we've been practicing for and against, and then at some point, you just got to play the game, and these guys will decide the outcome. So
when you face a team like that really doesn't have that marquee, player to attack, at least defensively, does that make it tougher on you? Knowing that you have to defend all 5 of the girls out there?
Yeah,
I mean, I should be talking to a different coach that plays your team, because you have to defend all 5 girls on your team at the same moment.
I always think it's a challenge, just that you can't overhelp. You have a responsibility, and the nice thing about man-to-man defense is there's an accountability to that defense.
Right.
When we used to play a lot of zone, you could get away with just not being engaged in a sense.
Okay. And
now with man-to-man defense, there's an accountability that goes with that defense. Right away if you're doing your job or you're not doing your job, and so we'll know. We'll know, and but they're a really good team. I feel we're a really good team. I'm confident in our kids. I'm confident in our prep.
Yeah.
But knowing that, hey, what's coming at us? You're always trying to think if we're scouting Sioux Valley, what do we do and what do we take away?
Right.
If we're playing the Sioux Valley Cossacks, that's kind of how I feel. Like, what can we take away that they do a good job of,
right.
and vice versa? That's what they're thinking of, is taking what can we take away that you guys that we do really well. So it'll be a little bit of a game of back and forth in that aspect. So it'll be fun.
It'll be fun in Chamberlain. A nice 3-hour drive to prepare ourselves.
Right.
Is it more than 3? No, it shouldn't. It's like 3-ish.
Yeah, I would say it's 3.
Ish.
Yep. Ish. Yeah.
Me being the bird nerd that I am, my trek is going to have some stops along the way.
Nice.
I think I'll be going to Lake Mitchell. I've already seen pictures of my item.
Okay, hopefully
There's
you get
birds
some,
out there.
Yeah,
They're coming
hopefully
through.
You get some good shots.
They've had some warmer weather out there. They've had open water longer than we have, so it's the middle of the state, and that's the way it always is. So they got birds out there. I might try to find something out there, get a photo of something, but
take some pics.
I have all day of Thursday off.
Okay.
And then I've already taken all day of Friday off because I know how late we're going to get home.
Yes.
Plus, I'm hoping that Bill goes to Hamlin on Friday night.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I took Friday off. I'm making this a March Madness
catch up on
trip.
some Z's on Friday and get prepared for that game and do your homework that you do. So
as much as I love Bell Brands, I just didn't want them to get in the way of my March Madness experience.
I hear you.
I have the time to take off. So
I hope we can celebrate that watching the boys on Friday night and cheer them on to a victory. So
5:30 start. Is that a problem for you guys being that early, or
in a perfect the higher seed's supposed to be closer in proximity, and you have all of these different things on the Activities Association.
Right.
Ideally, would be okay if this was in Mitchell. Ideally, it'd be okay if it was in Madison or Salem or something like that.
Right.
Because distance-wise, I think we're 50 miles shorter, but probably time-wise, we're probably not that far off on actual travel time. So, we're hoping we travel better than they do for fans, and we'll have a few more people there than they do, because that always matters in games like that. So we're hoping that they get out, or that people in Volga Brusania get out and support us. I think they will.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll listen to
They'll
you
tune in on Saul's meeting
and cheer that. So I don't get that worked up about that stuff. And I say that because, all of our kids, they play AAU basketball, and we have 8 a.m. games, we have 8 p.m. games, 9 p.m. games.
Right.
We have 2 games a day.
And they're teenagers.
So,
they're used to the crazy already. So
we could make a big deal about it, I think, if we wanted to, or after the game we could come up with excuses on this or that, and you can frame this thing kind of through our microphones, kind of frame it how we want, but we have to play a really good basketball game to beat St. Thomas More. I know we can look at cross scores where they lost to Clark Willow Lake by 4.
Right.
You dial into that game. The prep isn't the same in those games, so we're still gonna have to play a really good basketball game to come out with a win against a really good, disciplined St. Thomas More team.
Well, I think they got to play a really good game too. I mean,
you bet they do.
We've seen our team play a lot more than we've seen their team play, but you're talking to me on your team about an all-stater. Probably 2, probably an honorable mention. They got to play a pretty good game as well.
Yep, they do.
Common opponents, it'd be Clark Willow Lake. St. Thomas More ended up losing by 5. Dakota Valley, another common opponent. You both won by 5 and 8 there. That's the only 2 that are common.
Right.
The rest of their slate, did they come across the state at all and get around?
They had a nice win over the Rapid City Christian team, who's got a nice team.
Yeah, and that's at South Dakota Mines. That was in the middle of January out in Rapid City.
Yep,
that's an 11-point loss there. Douglas, they got a win over AA Spearfish. Win over
10.
AA Sturgis.
Yep.
They ended up losing big to Mapialuta. They ended up losing again to. Well, that's the Clark Willow Lake.
It's going to be.
They get to this spot by beating Lee Deadwood and a big win over Hill City, and that's what leads them into Minnesota X16.
Looking forward to it. Just looking forward to it. You know, after the Clark-Willow Lake game where I felt we played a really well balanced, complete basketball game. You know, and really through all 4 quarters. I know scoreboard wise, a couple of points at the end of the first quarter we were up, but it just felt every possession against Clark-Willow Lake we competed, and that's what the postseason is about. It's possessions and competing every possession, winning more possessions than you lose, and not giving up easy baskets, not giving up offensive rebounds, not giving up score after score and runs and different things like that. Staying disciplined out of foul trouble, all those little things, playing off 2 feet in the paint we've talked about, just things that win in March. We think we're really good at those things. So
I think one of those is what Coach Carms and I were talking about on the broadcast of, you know, you allowed some offensive rebounds by Clark-Willow Lake in that first quarter, and then they didn't get any more until they were already down by, you know, almost a running clock in the fourth quarter. So that was probably something that you guys made an adjustment on, or just crashed the boards harder, I guess.
Defensive rebounding, you know, since it's been at moments in the game, you know, not for really complete games, but there's moments in the game where we really lack on the defensive glass.
Right.
And I don't know exactly why that is, but I do know that all of the techniques and so-called boxing out, block out, the technique doesn't matter as much as the want to, the get to, the go get it. You know, we talk about erase somebody or chase it, erase it or chase it. So you're going to either erase a body or chase the rebound. So I feel that through practice we have gotten better. And the other big thing I think with the rebounding part is our kids understand it, because we have it as a statistic that we follow game after game about our rebounding percentage and where we want that number to be to win. So it's been an emphasis for us. It's still, you know, we are a smaller team, you know, with our trio of guards comparatively
to some of the names on the list in the
so but you know what, that's an excuse too, you know, because there's some toughness that we need to get our guards to rebound a little bit better. You know, a lot of times we'll look at Kaylee Craddock and she'll have a dozen to 15 rebounds, and we do need guard help rebounding. So we know that if we win rebounding, we win the turnover percentage, we're going to be in every game. So those are 2 big factors to kind of follow, I think, statistically, because our field goal percentage, our ability to shoot the basketball, that can go away at moments in the game, but consistently we are a really good shooting team.
Okay. 3 girls in double figures against Clark-Willow Lake. Kaylee had 14, a double-double as well. She's almost automatic with that double-double stuff that she does. Liberty Trigstead, a big game for her. She had finished with 13. And Sally Vincent, your sharpshooter, senior, she had 12 on her night.
You know, we shot the ball really well that night against Clark-Willow Lake. It was a little bit for us, and probably postseason would say we had a few less possessions than we normally had in that game. So that was just the pace of the game. It becomes, you know, each basket, you don't get a lot of free run-out type baskets, so it limits a few possessions, and whether that's 45, 50 possessions, you know, they are transition. I still think teams can sometimes lose Talia in transition. And just really confident when she gets the ball in hand. Liberty this year. Liberty Trigstead, just think about this if you're out there listening, and if you kind of follow the game of basketball, to increase your 3-point shooting percentage by 8 to 9 percentage points in one season. That's incredible.
That's a big number.
Like Kaylee Craddock at 7-8% increase over where she was shooting a year ago. So, I mean, some of that could be attributed to choices, but I will take the aspect that some of it is just all of it is just based on just time spent and decisions that a couple of those kids made to make themselves into better shooters. So, and then Talia obviously is shooting really well, but those other two with their increase in percentage, testament to them and what they did.
Mars was incredible. She finished with 4 points, but she's such a disruptor at the top of that defense that you have.
We talked about Nesham being the so-called head of the snake, and we want to take the head of the snake off. And who do you put out there to do to take the head of the snake off? You put Amari Ward out there.
Yeah, of course.
And she gets after him, and that's nice. And she's really been disciplined on fouls and playing with a better demeanor as a player, and that's just fun to see. Her senior year, just kind of wherever this may end for her, that she's going out on top.
Yeah. Skylar had a nice first quarter. She had other opportunities to score, but then she does what she always does.
Yep.
She's such a great rebounder.
Yep.
She's such a defensive presence in the paint at the same time.
Skylar can put her hands up and just create missed shots that aren't a statistic. It might not be a block shot, but it might be an altered shot or a tougher shot and stuff like that. And then on top of what other Skylar does, and it's not statted, is she just runs the floor really hard on the offensive end. So that can put pressure on the other team's transition defense, and in turn, if you're protecting the rim and then out, it also leaves a Talia, a Liberty, an Amari, a Kaylee, Macy Miley open on the perimeter. So
Macy had a nice game. Miley Keating had a great second half again. She's such a second half performer.
Our two sophomores, Salzi. I said this the other day, and they're starters on a lot of area teams.
Yeah.
They're just that good.
They are that good.
And, the cliche or whatever, better people, I get all, but just they're locked in and at practice, and they just have added so much in compared to where we were at a year ago, where we were just scratching and clawing to get 6, and maybe the joke was, Grantham doesn't sub. Well, this year we do sub. And we've got 7 that are in that rotation. We got a few here that haven't played, the Avery Schmuck and Audrey Larson, who is a nice a couple of guards that haven't gotten varsity minutes yet, but you never know when your moment's going to come.
But they will, yeah, for sure.
So,
well, it's a fun team, man. I've had so much fun calling them, and
appreciate it.
A couple more days left to practice, then we're off to Chamberlain on Thursday, man. Sodex 16. It's we kind of say Sodex 16 like we just expect to get there, but when we talk about other schools, it's hard to do what you guys are doing. It's hard to get to this level here, let alone a state tournament that would be next week. It's hard to get to a state Sodex 16 game.
Winning is hard. It is, and I we've talked about this how many times about how bad the other team wants to win.
Yeah,
how bad we want to win, and to get 20 wins, and really, I think that our 2 losses, we were competitive in those losses. So there hasn't been a team that is like, hey, we can't play with them,
right?
And that's a great feeling. But you don't win games with feelings. But it is one of those, like, hey, we're really good. That doesn't mean that you can't. We'll have a game that doesn't go your way, but you have to consistency and find a way. We just got to find a way on Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to happen, how it's going to look, how it's going to play out, but we have to find a way on Thursday. So I'm confident that these guys, I mean, they're going to play extremely hard.
Yeah.
And is it more about, we talked about this the other day at practice, and I know we get stuck on wins and losses, and because that's what we do, and or is it more just about, hey, let's play to our top potential that we can play at.
Yeah.
And
let's see if we can top the last game.
At the end of the day, if you do lose, you still know that you played your hardest. You gave everything you had. You didn't have a regret, and I think that's that feeling will feel better as the days go by, regardless of the outcome. So yeah.
Well, we look forward to it on Thursday.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Couple of good days practice. I'll probably get over on Wednesday. Hopefully I get
awesome.
over. I got to bring some cheese over.
Okay.
It's been like a week since I've seen you guys.
We love cheese. We love cheese. Thank you.
Coach Grantham,
appreciate
always
it.
A pleasure. Are we bringing Talia up here, or is she just kind of hanging back there with cheeseburgers? I don't know. We can end the show, too, if she doesn't want to come on. We'll make a decision on Talia Vincent. And while we're doing that, we're going to thank Vivid Beauty. One of the new sponsors, man, Mackenzie and Michaela. Mackenzie is a 2013 Sioux Valley grad, and now they've started up a hair salon out there on the south side of town of Brookings. So, vividbeautysd.com. prom season right around the corner, so don't forget about that. Another new one that we have just in the last couple weeks here, Home Team Physical Therapy. This is Lene, Kim, and Chrissy. They're right here in downtown Volga for any of the physical therapy needs that you might have, sports injuries, work injuries, problems from age, or natural conditions. Home Team Physical Therapy is here. Go to hometeamphysicaltherapy.com to get yourself an appointment or a free consultation. So we thank all these sponsors. Yeah, Coach Crandon was covered in stickers today, so Tally's helping him with that. Talia, are you coming on, or are you playing with stickers?
Playing with stickers.
Okay.
Unless you want me to go.
Do you have anything to say? What do you got? All right.
I will next week.
We'll let you go then. We're also going to thank Covenant Sports Group, Buster's Auto Brokers, Big Sue Plumbing, Langland Trucking, the Man Cave Barbershop, and everybody else here. Softball season is right around the corner, so this list will get bigger once softball season is done. We mentioned a little bit with the head coach, Jamie Granum, of my family over the weekend. It was a tough weekend. Watching your parents get old is not fun. And that's kind of what's happening. Let me get that echo out of here. There we go. So my mother fell on Friday, late Friday afternoon. We had just gotten Dad back from his appointment. And she just didn't make it through the people door of the garage, not the car door, like the big door of the garage, like the person door of the garage. And she's been having some stability problems the way it was, and just the feet didn't get to the right spots. She took a step to the right and went down. And by doing that, she ended up breaking her femur just underneath like the hip joint. So that was a crazy moment for sure. And that's putting it in. Crazy is not the word for it, but that's what I've been dealing with. We had surgery for her on Saturday. Surgery went well, but now, this is an 81-year-old, 100-pound mother of mine who is also battling with dementia problems. It's just not a great time, and the reason. After getting her stabilized and everything and seeing her yesterday, the reason that I keep wanting to do this Cossack crazy stuff is because that's what she would want me to do. When she had her full capacity brain-wise, and Dad said it over the weekend as well, of they know how much I love this and how much I'm trying to get this to be something that is successful and fantastic for the student athletes at the same time, and they seem to enjoy coming out here and talking about microphones. Summer Guthmiller is fantastic. If you see her anywhere, congratulate her. She's amazing. The boys basketball players, the girls basketball players, the volleyball players, the football team, cross country and competitive cheer and wrestlers. And once we get into the springtime, it's softball and baseball and track and field stars and some golfers in there and everyone else. The people that are in the plays, man, this place is special. And I don't want to stop being a part of it. And it was a tough weekend, but you appreciate the time you have with family as much as you can, but realize that they're at an age where you can see it coming to an end, which is just stinks. It just sucks. So to get back to Sioux Valley and just get after it. The boys tomorrow night with their postseason run start. The girls on Thursday with the Sodex 16. We appreciate these things as much as you can and get out and support these guys as much as you can because of the weekends that I just went through and the path that Mom has in front of her. The sad part is, Dad went through a lot of stuff on his own a year ago, and we finally have Dad to a decent spot where we were kind of thinking we were a little bit lucky, and life gives you another curveball, and that's the way it goes. So I appreciate the time with the Cossack Crazies. I really do, and I love it, and I love calling these games. and moments like this. This is a coach's show that's hosted by another sponsor of ours, and the fact that they let me just sit up here in the corner is absolutely amazing. So thank you for everything you guys do for this and the broadcast and everything else. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything you guys have done. Tomorrow is, I believe, a whiteout. We've got towels to help with. The gold towels will be on Thursday. You can get those down in Chamberlain as well when you get there. March Madness, and we'll just keep doing it that way because that's what Mom and Dad want me to do. So I'll listen to my parents and keep doing this, and just try to get them through their weekend as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm sorry I got so serious here at the end, but that was my weekend. Watching your parents get old is just not fun. It's just not great. Everyone does it. Every family out there has got something. Everyone. It just sucks, though. So, the boys tomorrow, the girls on Thursday, and we'll see how this March Madness round goes. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's going to do it for Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Cossack Center.